How's it going, Twitch and YouTube? It's Stewie1993 here. Or, of course, if you know me from the good old YouTube, it is just Stewie1993 Vlogs. Welcome back. It's been a little while. Been a good few days. I decided while I was away, just from watching some of the mainly, I was watching Shadowlands gameplay, actually. I was watching Torghast. And I was really enjoying what I was seeing from the Death Knight, especially the Blood DK. Which is old. As far as I'm concerned, I refer to it as old reliable. I mean, this was my main tank through WoD and Legion. So I made a new one. I want to play Alliance, because my guild is on the Alliance, and I can't be bothered to play on my Orc on the Horde by myself, because I'm not a loner. He says with no current guild. I've dropped my application to join the guild again, but I don't believe there's any guildies online currently because I'm an idiot. So, and because I play at unreasonable times, somebody will get this invite probably in the morning when I'm not playing. But that's okay. So we're going to just go right ahead and queue for a dungeon. Trial by fire. I know how to tank as a Blood DK. I did it for a long time. We're just going to go straight back in. Just going to raw dog it, go straight back in. And FYI, Lord Arbiter, I've re-downloaded Destiny 2. I mean, I know we can't play together, but I just thought I'd tell you.
Greetings.
Or I'm in the process of. Did you see the announcement for Destiny 2?
Hello.
Some very interesting stuff.
I must get closer.
To get my stacks up. Have you seen the announcement for Destiny 2, the Beyond Light? No, I know we can't play together yet, man. But have you seen the Beyond Light announcement? It looks ridiculous. It looks dope. If you check their last announcement for their ongoing plans for Destiny 2, it's ridiculously good. I'm gonna say, if you have a look, when you get a chance, dude, look it up. Honestly, some really interesting stuff shaping up in D2. The updates that they're bringing out look really promising.
I require a target.
I'm not gonna drop Death and Decay on one enemy. Blood Decay feels really powerful. It always does, but my god.
I am out of range.
When you get a minute, Lord Arbiter, go over and check it out. Honestly, you will not regret it. So I wasn't going to waste D&D and I've just misclicked.
Too far away.
triple burst dragon in that deck. You mean twin burst? Oh, you mean triple burst the link monster? Okay. I don't have one yet. That's why.
I need to target something first.
I was checking my deck profile list, my checklist. It's on my potential extra deck list, because I've not finished my extra deck on that yet. Like, obviously there's a few missing cards from the extra deck. The main deck's practically finished. The only reason I'm not running Bingo Machine Go is I ain't made of money. And they're £30 each, and I'm not paying £90 for 3 cards. And so far though, man, to be honest, playtesting it, I've not needed triple burst. I say in playtesting, I've very rarely required to use my any link monsters. Because I mainly go into Neo Ultimate more than anything else.
I do not have a target.
It's Neo Ultimate and Twin Burst, but I haven't got Twin Burst yet. That's just it's on the waiting list.
I require a target.
It's a good point though. Triple Burst Dragon would be pretty good. Edo Pro, yeah. Playtesting on Edo Pro, yeah. So in matches I've played, I've mainly ended up with the way I've ended up with game is just my the win condition has been Neo Ultimate or the Chaos Max. Chaos Max is actually really good in that deck. I wasn't going to play a Chaos Max in the deck at all. I wasn't going to play Chaos Max in that deck, but then I thought if I put it at 1, it gives it a chance that if I'm like struggling, I've got a fallback, and Chaos Max is my fallback. But I've had Chaos Max in there on playtesting for a while, and Chaos Max in there is really pretty good.
I do not have a target.
I was pleasantly surprised by what Chaos Max was like, the amount of work Chaos Max put in there when I wasn't reaching for that Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon if I hadn't got like the ability to do so. I wasn't in a situation where I could get into my fusions. Then I was going for Chaos Max. Oh yeah, Chaos Max isn't a hard card to get around. It's just you can drop Chaos. Basically, if it doesn't target, then I suppose theoretically, but well, it does. It's like it's on this card's unaffected. But that said, Chaos Max, you can get around it, but it's a good fail-safe. If I'm in a scenario where someone's stopping all my plays and I need something that ain't just gonna get screwed by if they don't negate the summon, that is. If I need something quick and kind of we're going the wrong way. If I need something just to drop on the field in an oh shit moment, that the Chaos Max is my oh shit button in the deck. That's why Chaos Max exists in that deck profile. It's literally just the oh shit button. It's like if I don't have anything else to play, and I'm gonna have to go into something real quick, or
I need to target something.
Oh yeah,
first.
there is, isn't there? One of the Mirror Force cards. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, you're right, there is. But then also it depends whether your opponent actually runs that card, and a lot of them don't. It's not Radiant, is it? I don't think it's Radiant Mirror Force. Or is it Drowning Mirror Force? Can't remember. But triple burst dragons are pretty good shout. I'm probably going to run a blue eyes twin burst in there. I'm going to run a blue eyes twin burst in there, and maybe a triple burst dragon. I haven't really finalized the extra deck. I mean, I didn't say in the video, but the main deck is what I was focusing on. Like, the main deck's finished. The extra deck is a work in progress because I don't like cookie cutter extra decks. I like extra decks that suit my style of play. In the same way that basically when I make a deck profile, I'm not going to follow a cookie cutter deck profile.
I require a target.
I'm always going to do my own thing, even if it means putting like 50 cards in a deck or 52 cards in a deck. Drowning Mirror Force, side of 3. It's a good side deck card, dude. It is. I think my side deck usually runs 1 or 2 of those at least. I've got a couple of side deck cards that I always like to run. A lot of people don't run it, but I like Magic Cylinder as a side deck card. Anti-Spell Fragrance, Magic Cylinder, Drowning Mirror Force. I tend to run, I think, a Vanity's Emptiness in my side deck as well. Or is it Vanity's Fiend? Or maybe it's both, I can't remember. God, it's been a while since I picked up my side deck. But the main deck's what I'm focusing on. It's like, I don't mind running a deck of 50 cards because everyone's like, oh, it has to be 40. It's like, well, not if 50 cards is optimal for what you're trying to do. Hell, I've got a Curse Seal, that's it. That's a good one. A good example is people say, oh, why would you run more than 40 cards in a deck? It's like, well, what if you need more than 40 cards? I've got a Light Sworn deck that I haven't posted a profile for yet, but that runs like 50 plus cards because I'm running like play sets of most of the Light Swans, aside from Raikou, who I don't actually use in my Light Sworn build. The reason for that is that the deck I've put together isn't the same as anyone else's deck profile. Like, I haven't just gone on, oh, what's good. It's like I've gone off what I want, how I want to play the deck. Now, whether it's optimal or not, I don't really care. It's like, for me, it's like, how am I going to play this deck? How do I want to play the deck? Because even if you build a tier 0 deck in the wrong player's hands, if it doesn't suit their style of play, then they're going to lose. So what I do is I build a deck around how I like to play the game, and then worry about what tier it is never. I literally just build the deck I want to play, and how I want to play it. Yeah, Light Swans are kind of self-death, but I kind of enjoy them. They're a deck, it is a just for fun deck, but I've had Light Swans for a while, and I found that even, again, through playtesting, you can run some pretty good builds. And it's pretty funny, because people go, what, Light Swans in this format? Like, Light Swans 2020? I'm like, yeah. Like, just because they're an old archetype doesn't make them a bad one. Like, sure, if they don't go off, they kind of brick, but if they go off, they go off. You know what I mean? If you get the right mill and you get the right sort of pace, you get judgment just at the right time. What I like to do is I tend to wait till I have 2 JDs in hand, and the reason I have 2 JDs in hand is because someone will probably try and negate the first summon. So you summon, they negate, then you just summon a second one, and then they just cry a little bit inside.
The Soul Flayer come!
If they haven't got a response, that is.
Join us.
And also Curious, the Light Sworn, Curious, the Link monster's pretty good. And obviously Minerva's really fun to run in light.
Join us.
See, Light Sworn, again, it's about how you build the deck. It's like, I just build decks that I have fun playing. So Dark Lords, Light Swarms. I've got a Chaos Max deck that I put together. A Blue Eyes deck. I'm working on a few other decks that I'm not ready to talk about yet because I'm not finished with them. And it's like a couple of other, I mean, it's mainly one other deck aside from the Light Sworn stuff and the Chaos Max that I want to post that I'm still waiting on finishing.
What brings you here? Be careful.
Got a couple of cards waiting for a deck that is definitely out of date and definitely a deck from a format long gone, but it's also still kind of fun to play. Play more than Judgment Dragon and they've milled all of them. Oof. 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 That feel though when you mill your Judgment Dragon. I was doing that the other day. I was playing against, I think it was someone was running like a Trickstar deck. And I went to mill and 2 of my JDs hit the grave and I was just like, okay. I guess we're doing this then. I guess it'd just be like that. And I was so upset. I was like, oh come on man. Just mill. All my Judgment Dragons are in the graveyard. All of my solar recharges are in the graveyard. I'm just done. And there's like Monster Reborn. Please. That said though, dude, I'm really enjoying Dark Lords. Playing Dark Lords is really fun for me at the minute, at least. Sure, they brick every now and then, but yeah, when you mill your judgments, then you're like, okay, yeah, I lost. Or also, another way you admit defeat is when someone plays Macrocosmos. In Dark Lords, at least. You play Macrocosmos, you just go, okay. Macrocosmos and Necro Valley are what Dark Lords don't like. The moment that you mill your solar recharges and your JDs, you just might as well scoop at that point. I remember I was playing Dark Lords and it didn't brick, but what happened was, you know when you misplay, but you don't realize you've misplayed until it's far too late? That happened to me the other day. I was like,
I must get closer.
It's like in Dark Lords, my problem was I accidentally discarded the wrong card. I should have actually gone for a contact when I didn't. So I should have discarded a Dark Lord contact because I could have used Naston to go off Superbia, use Superbia, get another Naston, use that Naston to get a contact, use that contact to get a Ixchel. And then use Ixchel to just... And then at that point just wreck face because they've got a pretty much open field because and then you've got board. Because you've got well over 8,000 there unless they ain't got a back row. And if you've taken care of the back row before that, you're pretty good. Especially when you've done that and they haven't Ash Blossomed you and you're just like, why aren't you running hand traps? I mean, I don't run hand traps. Don't tell anybody. I don't run hand traps. I ain't run any hand traps since Battle Fader. Last hand trap I ran was Gauze. It's not because I don't... Yeah, hand traps are just shit. Yeah, they are a must. I'd say with... Hand traps are just a pain in the ass, they really are. They are a must, and I agree. I just don't have any yet. They're the last on my shopping list. So once my decks are built, I'll look at what hand traps I'm putting in them once the decks are built. Because I don't mind taking up the extra deck space for a few hand traps, because I'm never going to be upset about drawing a hand trap. Except if I'm in the Light Sworn deck and I know the hand trap, then I get upset. You see, with hand traps, I don't know, you see. As much as I agree that they are definitely essential in a lot of decks, not all decks, but a lot of them, I guess what bothers me about them is that all it does is negate plays, and yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. Yeah, they're pricey for a start, and on top of that, I just find them actually detrimental to the game. That's not me getting salty because I've been Ash Blossomed too many times. I get why it exists. It's the same reason Effect Veiler exists. It's the same reason Ash Blossom even was created. It's to create extra counters in decks. But then I feel like if you're not careful, what you create is a situation where, like you say, hand traps are a must. So everyone's got to run 3 Ash Blossoms or Ghost Ogres, or, you know. And I don't think that's particularly good for the game. It was like the Twilight format where everyone had to run a Gauze. If you didn't have a Twilight engine in your deck, or at least run a Gauze, then you just lost the game. That was it. My least favourite format was Inzektor format, I won't lie. I hated Inzektors with burning passion. There is not a single deck I've come across that's as annoying as when I used to play against Inzektors. I'll be totally honest. They were the ones that I would get really salty about, because I would always lose against them. It didn't matter what I did. You know, and you know, let's be real. Siding 3 battle faders in Monarchs just to piss people off. I love it. It's like people in my Chaos Max deck, I run 2 Zaborg Mega Monarch, and people say why, and I'm like, because it's actually pretty good in the deck. It's pretty good. It's fodder, and on top of that, it's pretty good if you. It's a situational card, but I like it. Deck profile for that deck that I kind of made. It's one I've made up off my own back. I will admit completely that it is well, I wouldn't say it's a mess, isn't the right word. But what I am not saying is that it's good. It's a concept deck. It's a deck I've created off my own back without looking at deck profiles. So it's my deck. So people will judge it because it's not something that one of the top YouTubers have produced, or one of the top regionals have produced. Because I'm not them, the deck profile is probably going to get called all kinds of names. It's probably going to get called dog shit, you know. But believe me, the Chaos Max deck I've been running, well, it's not a Chaos Max deck, it's a Chaos Magician deck. Hey, it's kicked some ass. It's really kicked some ass. You know, in testing, it's kicked some butt, seriously. If I can get to my Magician of Chaos or Blue Eyes Chaos Max in the first couple of turns, you know, you can drop your ritual monsters. You're just like fucking Battle Fader. Battle Fader. You want to scoop now, bro? I love the fact that he's just the real MVP here, just dropping a fucking Battle Fader and just being like, "What are you gonna do?" I love the idea of dropping a Battle Fader and just ruining somebody's day. Like, that's funny. I was playing against I was playtesting the deck that I'm building that I'm not posting anything yet, and I'm not discussing it just because I'm not ready to share the deck yet. But it's an oldish deck. It is an oldish deck. I want to say that some of the cards came out around Ancient Prophecy and Cosmo Blazer. It's not Nordics, because I still have my Nordic deck. Everyone knows that. That's kind of like my signature.
Punch it, lucky doos and rolls. I have many lucky doos.
It's like, I'll be honest, most people know me for my Nordics at tournaments. It's not Nordics. It's a different deck. It's a different deck that I have a lot of fun with the archetype. I've just been playing with them like recently. And I was playing somebody in a match and they're like, what? What? Who's playing this? Who's playing this now? And it was fine until they realized very quickly that I'd special summoned, destroyed their monster, banished another one, boosted my monster with the spell cards up to a lot higher attack than it was in the first place. Gone into my Link monster, which came out for this archetype, dropped another one without tributing, dropped another high-level monster from the deck without tributing, and I could go for game because I'd played some cards that negate the first trap and the first spell, as long as I control a certain type of monster. And I just dropped them in and then went, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go for game. And they hadn't got a response. And they were really, really mad. And they were like, hang on, how have I been beat by this deck? It's not 2010 anymore. I'm like, It's good fun. It's good fun when you enjoy play. The thing is, I'm going to build decks that I enjoy playing, not decks that I think are good. And that sounds like a weird thing to say, but I'd much rather play a deck that I think's fun than one that I think's going to win. Even though the decks that I build are fun because there's ways to win. They're not strictly speaking anti-meta or anything. It's also decks I like the theme of, so... Even if an archetype is old and not great, if I like the deck, I'm going to play it.
How are you? Safe travels. Great to meet you. Keep your feet on the ground.
Mainly because, like, I believe in diversity in the format. It's like, even if my deck's not great, if there's nobody else running that deck in the tournament, because I'm running it and it's my thing to do, I'm happy with that because I don't really care about winning so much. I just care about having fun while I play. It's really cliche, but it's true. gonna head to Borean Tundra. I'm aware of the irony. I'm playing a Lightforged Death Knight, but at the same time, I just love the Lightforged Draenei. They have much better customization than their regular Draenei brethren, so until the Draenei get better customization, I'm gonna roll Lightforged. But when's the Draenei gonna get their heritage armor, man? You see, here's the thing. I like playing decks that people don't expect to play against. Battle Fader's just funny, yeah. Like, I've got Battle Faders, I'll probably side deck them just for shits and giggles. Coming up against me and my slow-ass Lightsworn deck, and then I just go Battle Fader. Oh, I've got a Light and Dark Engraved, BLS. Or Chaos Emperor Dragon. And then just like, get rid of Chaos Emperor. Okay, Judgment Dragon. Get rid of that. Okay, Judgment Dragon. Mine are all common, I'm not going to lie. My Effect Veiler's common, Battle Fader, but you know. See, one card I've got in my collection that I just really like the look of is Prophecy Destroyer, because I've got it in Ultimate Rare. Got it in Ultimate Rare. It's unlimited, but I got it in Ultimate Rare from a pack, and I've just kept it. I love Prophecy Destroyer, it's such a cool card. It's based off the Devil Tarot card. I mean, sure, it's just a beat stick in Prophecy decks, but, you know, it's still a nice-looking card. And it's still... Even in Prophecies, I've seen people still play it. Like, if they drop Prophecy Destroyer, if they've got nothing else. Like, if someone turn 1 Temperance, and they use Secrets, and they get, like, Power, and then they get, on top of Power, they get Destroyer, drop Destroyer, use Power, and then that's 36. That's 3,500 attack. You know, it's not to be laughed at. If they ain't got a response, it's kind of funny. See, there's a lot of decks that if your opponent doesn't have a response for a specific play at the right time, you can still have fun with a lot of decks that people don't play if they don't respond to it. You gotta rely. Sometimes what you gotta hope is that you've got a stupid opponent and you can just play. You can just play whatever. Or people who have come into the formats way later than a certain archetype, and you go.
Need help? Or the Alliance?
I know we're here, but I'm just gonna queue for dungeons again. We'll do a classic. I've started eBaying off some cards that I don't need anymore. So... Yeah, it's like when I last went to locals and I played Nordic, and they were like, "You got Odin?" and when I dropped Odin turn 1, they were like, because they weren't expecting it. I also like it for that reason. It's like when I played the Noble Knight deck with Burning Abyss. I don't play that deck anymore. But that deck was really funny because you just like, okay, this is Burning Abyss. Oh, wait, Noble Knights? Wait, what? Hold up. And that was the best thing. It's like, and you know, I'm just going to play archetypes I have fun with. When I eventually go back to locals, when this is all over, I'm just going to have some fun with some stupid decks. I built a few decks in lockdown. I've got another deck profile coming out soon. Spoilers, that one's Dark Lords. For those of you wondering, my other Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube channel that we're discussing right now is Dark GX 137.
I do not have a target.
I just like playing decks people don't expect to play against, because that's the element of surprise is sometimes enough to get you the win. Oh, please do, man. I love anything that's not like just cookie cutter. Oh, I'm making a Salamangreat deck, or I'm running a Goki deck, or I'm running a, you know, something that's a little different from the current meta. That's still a good deck is my favorite. Now, some of the decks I'm currently building, it's like, for example, I still play Light Swarms. And it's like, I still like Light Swarms. They're still fun. Like, I enjoy playing the deck, so I'm gonna play it regardless of whether it's good or not. And that's my rhetoric is, people might think I'm fucking stupid, but I'm still gonna play.
Too far away.
Like, I still play the decks that I just want to play. It's like, people can laugh at me, but I guarantee that you can start. But when I play a deck people aren't expecting, and I start picking up wins, then who's laughing? It's like, there's a couple of archetypes I'll always love and I'll have a soft spot for. So, for example, the Chaos Magicians. I like the Chaos Magicians, I like Dark Lords, I like Light Swarms, and I like Prophecy. Those decks I'm never gonna not have a soft spot for. And Blue Eyes. It's like, if I like a deck, I'm just gonna play it. Like, I don't care if it's great or terrible, or I'm just gonna play the deck I like to play, man. At the end of the day, I know it sounds stupid, but it's just a game. It's just a game. Where's the fun in a game where there's no diversity? wallet as a diversity? I suppose so, but then on top of that, it's like you don't have to spend a great deal of money to have a good and fun deck to play. And even if my deck profile or the deck I'm playing isn't the best deck in the world, if I enjoy playing it, then I'm just going to play it, and if someone goes the deck sucks, I'll go, well, that's fine, play against it, and if, you know what, if you keep beating it, yeah, sure, the deck might suck, but am I having fun with it? Damn right.
I must get closer.
I'm all for people, though, playing whatever they want to play, even if it's not a... I think if people were less focused on what's tier 0 and what decks you play. No, I know what you mean. It's like, I suppose everyone's different, and that's cool. Everyone likes the game for different reasons. I just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's fun. See, for me, I suppose maybe as a returning player, it's a little different. I would have fun playing just for the sake of playing. Some people play to win, and that's fine. I suppose I'm more casual than that.
Too far away.
On a side note, the blood DK here, I'm loving blood DK again. I feel invincible.
I am out of range. closer.
Well, that's what I mean. So sometimes getting mad at players is
I
fine.
need to
It's like
target
I got
something
really mad
first.
at an Orcus player the other day. I was messing around with a deck that the profile I'm still building, right? And I got really mad at an Orcus player. I mainly got mad at Dingirsu. I like Dingirsu in my decks that I play it in. I just don't like Dingirsu being played against me. Who the hell pulled? Oh my god. Fine.
I require a target.
Jesus Christ.
I do not have a target. I I need to target something first. I am out of range.
Well, I know what you mean. I suppose it depends where you stand with the TCG. I've not been going for a long time, so for me it's still fun and exciting, and I can't wait to go back. But it's that I've been away from the game for a good 3 or 4 years.
Too far away. Need a bone shield, I'm dead. Oh, thank God for that. I must get closer. I require a target.
Christ. Oh, right. Wait, I think I know who that is. Why? Why is that?
I do not have a target.
I feel like I've heard that name before. What's wrong with that guy? So I remember from back in the tournament days, I remember somebody with that name. Ah, fair enough. Well, I'll catch up with you, man, at some point about that. I hadn't heard anything specific, but I'd heard a few people mention his name. It's not specific stuff. It's weird. But I remember hearing his name mentioned. I just can't remember in what context. There's a guy who was going around nicking cards. It wasn't him. I just can't remember what it was called.
I need to target something first.
I'm not strictly speaking busy tomorrow. Just depends what time you catch me.
I do not have a target.
I mean, the guys I used to hang out with at Patriots when I used to go were Alex Cheatham, Tom Stokes, Alex Roasted Brown, Luke Bournemouth, Luke Hart, those guys. I'll see what I can do, man. I'd love to do that. It just depends if I get time, because tomorrow, of course, is my day with the girls. It just depends whether I well, with the kids and stuff, they're downstairs, but obviously it's a weekend, so I'll see what I can do.
I need to target something first.
Need to get my Edo Pro working properly again. As I say, I've had a bit of an issue with my Edo Pro lately. All my cards have started to... I will do, man. I'll drop you a message on Discord if I'm free. Basically, it's just... what's been happening with my Edo Pro, I'll tell you, because I told Alex Brown, my buddy, you might know Alex Brown from Patriots. Good friend, a very close friend of mine.
I require a target.
Very, very close friend of mine. We're really good friends, and it's like he's like my brother. I was talking to him, and Edo Pro. What's happening with my Edo Pro? Is all my cards are appearing blank at the moment. So I had to do that Dawn of a New Era version of the game because like all my cards are blank. All of them. Every single card is blank.
do not have a target.
I feel like I know who that is, and I feel like I know why, but I just can't place it. I'm sure I remember this being explained to me at one point.
I need to target something first.
Really? Oh god, what the hell did he do? I think I know who Russell is, actually. I just can't think why.
I require a target.
Oh yeah, once I hear the stories, I guarantee I remember it, yeah. Because the name rings a bell, and it's not for a good reason, I just can't remember why.
I do not have a target.
Oh yeah, anger or hate, oh yeah. I feel like I know who that is, and I really don't know why.
I cannot attack that target. I cannot attack that. need to target something first.
I know who that is. Oh, yes, I know who Russell is now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, really? I remember because he's the dude who used to like, he had loads of binders and he used to bring lists of cards he collected, right, for trades and stuff. I know the dude, I know him, yeah, I remember him.
I require a target. I do not have a target.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Most hated. I wonder why he's the most hated.
I cannot attack that target.
Last time I went to local, he was just kind of there. Oh, right. I can't say I've ever played against the guy.
I need to target something first.
Just gonna cut this part for YouTube just a sec.